Hello everyone, I want to welcome you back again to this channel. It's been a while and I want to greet everyone and welcome you back again. This video was made on request and I'm going to be explaining how to fill the NMBI Qualification Form. This is the sample I'm showing on your screen, NMBI Qualification Form. If you have just started your application on the new NMBI online portal, at a point when you get to stage 3, the stage at which you upload all your documents, once you select qualification, you will see a slot to download the qualification form. First of all, before I continue, I want to let you know NMBI forms are not to be notarized in any way. You're not to notarize NMBI qualification form and NMBI employment form. So what you had to do is to send it to the person that is going to fill your form for you. So you are not to notarize it. There's no need to notarize since it's going to be signed anyway. So this is the form. How are we going to fill it? So let's start. First of all, the first thing is the applicant's name. That is your name, the name that you were using when you were in school. The name you were using when you were in school. So the name on your certificate should be the same name on your qualification form. It's going to be the same name on your transcript of training as well. It's not necessarily the name that you use to apply for your NMBI, but this is going to be the same name on your transcript and the same name on your certificate of training when you were in school. So later on, you should have, if you are married and your name has changed for one reason or the other, then you should have your marriage certificate and your sworn affidavit of change of name. Marriage certificate with a sworn affidavit of change of name, with a change of name attached to your documents to be uploaded. So the applicant's name is your name, the name you were bearing when you were in school. That's your name, and your date of birth is your date of birth as usual. So like if I'm bearing another name when I was in school, I can actually put it here, either my maiden name or whatever name I was bearing. And your date of birth should be day, month, like you type in 00000000. Yeah, in this format. So day first, month next, and the year is the last thing. And the date is that same date that your qualification form is going to be signed. That is the date you put in that date slot. And division, division is the NMBI division you are applying for. It's general nursing. It's only one division at a time because you are applying as an overseas nurse, so it's one division at a time. If you are applying for a general nursing division, NMBI general nursing, so you put general nursing. If you are applying for an additional recognition, you put general midwifery. Or division could be nurse tutor, because NMBI also recognizes nurse tutor as a division. It could be nurse tutor or pediatric nursing, or in Ireland they call it children's health. That could be your division. And another division you could actually put is psychiatric nursing. Yeah, psychiatric nursing. It's or mental health. That's another division that is recognized by NMBI. For other qualifications, like if you have perioperative, it has another name in Ireland. It's called ODP. ODP. They are operating department practitioners. So it's under at the moment. You don't have to add it as an overseas recognition, but your employer is definitely going to need your qualifications in that aspect. And now to continue the form, there are different sections. It says section A, section B, and section C. First of all, I want to let you know the person to fill the form is your school of training. It could be your HOD, head of department. It could be anyone authorized to sign the form in your school. make sure your qualification form and your transcript of training has the same signature and the same date, because both forms are going together. The same person needs to sign both. So the person issuing your transcript of training or your syllabus of training is the person that is going to give you fill the qualification form for you as well. Note that qualification forms, NMBI form, qualification form is to be uploaded in your portal, and your transcript, even though it has the same date and the same signature, can be sent by post to NMBI, so it doesn't matter, but you have to upload the qualification form to your portal. And regarding divisions, I've explained that because some people did degree BSc nursing. If you did BSc nursing, you shouldn't put BSc under the division. You are applying for your qualifications from your home country to be recognized, so you put general nursing or general midwifery or mental health, which is psychiatric nursing, or you put pediatric, which is children's health. So that's what you are putting. So regarding your syllabus or your curriculum, like your school, they need to have them dated and signed. Initially, syllabus wasn't something that was compulsory, but recently some transcripts are not detailed. So NMBI, they actually made a change of law and decided that you have to attach a syllabus of training with your curriculum of with your transcript of training as well. So the syllabus actually specifies your theoretical instructions in hours. In hours of practice. They really want to know the hours of your training, a breakdown of the clinical aspects and the theoretical aspects as well. Sometimes the syllabus, even if it's not signed, they would still accept it, because some syllabus are actually very big. If you want to sign your syllabus, you can sign, your school can sign the front page for you, or second to the front page, which is not the cover page, an official page that the name of the school and everything could be clearly seen. So one signature and one stamp is enough. If they can sign all the pages, that's fine. If they can sign 2 pages, it's fine, but one signature is enough. It would actually be accepted by NMBI. So if you are uploading this in your portal and you don't have, if you are uploading your transcript of training or your syllabus of training in your portal and there's no slot for additional documents, you can actually send an email to NMBI, Overseas Nurses Department, that's g3reg@nmbi.ie, g3reg, and ask them to give you an additional button to upload your documents. And you send it to them by email, and they will update your portal to include additional button for documents. So regarding this form, your HOD can fill the form for you in your school. The principal of the school can fill the form for you, and any official person that is designated can also fill it for you. Just remember that the same person needs to fill the qualification form and the transcript of training form and sign for you, or the syllabus if they have one, and sign for you as well. Now about the form, this says tick to confirm that you have forwarded the official transcript, so that should be ticked officially. If you are opening the document on a PC, you can actually click on it because it's editable PDF form, so you can actually click on it and it's going to be ticked. And the hours of clinical practice, I will show you a sample. I will show you a sample of what exactly that means. Just know that this form is a summary. It's a summary of your transcript. It's a summary. Total hours of clinical practice. So, for example, I'm going to show you this one. 1 second. 1 second. Yeah. So now this is a sample. So this is a sample of the hours of training. So for example, this says primary healthcare nursing 2. That's a grading system that has 2 credits and like 77 score, and that's a grade B with a 0.8. Okay, I'll use another one. Yeah, so for example, if the hours of that course, the first one, if the hours was like over 20 hours, they need to specify because that's what an NMBI wants to see in your course of training. So the total number of hours of all the courses added together, that is what they want to see. Then again, I will say this, I'll switch back to the former one now in a second. Yeah. So total hours of clinical practice, that means for each of your courses they need to add all the hours together. If the first one was like 10 hours of training during the semester, if the other one was 20 hours, if the other one was 25 hours, that's the total number of all the hours combined together for the clinical practice. And this one is the total number of hours of the second one is the total number of hours of the clinical instruction, of the theory instruction, the classroom instruction for all the courses combined together. And this one is the total number of both theory and clinical practice, all the hours on your transcript of training, all of them combined together, both theory and clinical practice. Then at the same time, some institutions, they use credit and they use units. Like if you say you did general nursing or general midwifery, most of them, they don't really use the credit options and they don't use the unit options. Most schools in Europe, they use credit and units. That's why they really want you to specify, they really want that aspect to be specified as well. If it's not relevant to your training or your practice, you just put not applicable if it's not relevant. But 1 credit, I will show you another sample of a European standard of credits and units here. Again, Windows, one second. Yeah, so I will show you another sample of that. The other sample is this one here. So this is a course, the title, for example, a unit title, if it could be nursing or anything. So if that's nursing, that level is a level 7, and this is a European standard credits. Like if you're taking a course that is nursing, for example, the total number of credits has to be 20. That's a European standard, and the qualification time is 200, and the hours 100 hours of instructional training, 100 hours. So that's what it means by credits and units. This is 1 course, that's health and social care leadership, and the number of credits, it has 20 credits and it has 100 hours of training. That's combined together, and 20 credits eventually. So like if you're doing a degree, course or a top-up course, it might be something very similar to that. It might be something very similar to that. So 1 credit, they want to know if 1 credit equals 10 hours or it equals 20 hours. And if it's 1 unit, they want to know, like what I've just showed you now. If it's 1 unit, they want to know if 1 unit, that's the name of a course, if it's actually is if it represents 40 hours or 20 hours. It's like I said before, it could not be applicable to everyone, because it's for higher institutions. Like if you're doing a degree or you did a master's in nursing or a master's top-up program. So that's when that aspect is really going to be relevant. Any other things, like if they are using point system or grading system, like in nursing there are many sub courses under nursing, which each course could be 2 units, 3 units, or 3 credit units, 2 credit units, and things like that. So they just want to know the breakdown of each credit or unit in hours. That's what that aspect represents. And the number of weeks in a semester, like if you did a degree straight away, maybe you did 5 semesters from your 100 level to 500 level, you did 5 semesters, and each year has 2 semesters. They want to know if it's a 3-month per semester course, they want to know if your semester represents for 12 to 14 weeks in one single semester. If you're doing general nursing or general midwifery or anything, a semester could be like up to 5 to or 6 months. So it could be longer depending on whatever the curriculum says. So the school needs to fill that as well and put the number of weeks in this semester and include that. Then section C, this is the declaration of the person that is filling your form for you. The person needs to tick that part first of all. After ticking off, then they need to sign. After signing, then they need to put the same date as written on the top of the qualification form here. So it has to be the same date, and it has to be the same date that is going to be on your transcript of training. So this stamp is the official stamp of the school. They need to stamp that. If the school has a seal or whatever they use as their official seal or stamp, they can put it in the space. And the name, this is the name of the person that is filling your form for you, and that's the name of the person that is filling your form for you. Title or position, like it could be nurse manager, it could be chief educator, yeah, it could be anything. It could be principal. Literally in nursing schools, it's either HOD, head of department, or in a typical nursing school in Africa, it's principal of nursing. That's acceptable as well. This is the work email. I want you to note here that Yahoo mails or Gmails, they are not recognized by NMBI due to different fraudulent activities in the past, and scammers and people, they use emails, they just generate an email that couldn't be traced. So once NMBI goes back to send messages to such emails, there's no response from them. That's why they don't really want to see Yahoo mails, Gmails. But for any reason, if your school is using Gmail or Yahoo mail or any other mail, then they need to write an additional letter, an additional declaration that this is the official letter of the official email of the school, which we have used in all our correspondence with NMBI. They only need to fill a declaration and sign a declaration that it was actually them and not a cooked up email. So this is the official email of the school. Like I said, the same thing. If it's Yahoo mail or Gmail, whatever it says, that is not the website, that is not a website email like at universityname.com. If it's not something like that, then a declaration needs to be signed and forwarded alongside, grouped together with the form, and uploaded as a PDF in your portal. So that is about the application form. Then I want to say some other things, like based on what people have said in the past. So whatever is being filled in your qualification form is going to be assessed and verified by NMBI. That's why the assessment period takes so long, because it takes 2 to 3 months to get a decision letter from NMBI, because all the transcripts of your training and the syllabus that was sent to them is going to be assessed by an education assessor, and they will determine in detail whether your clinical and theory content of the training meets European Union directives and NMBI requirements. So that's why they need to verify everything, and they need to send letters to your email to verify if they actually sent what was posted to them and things like that. And another thing you need to know is that if you are going to be adding another division, NMBI division, you know, in your division slot you put one division at a time. So if you are planning to get your midwifery recognized, or your pediatric nursing recognized, or your mental health recognized, then you need to fill 2 or 3 qualification forms. So different qualification forms bearing each division. That is what you need to do. That is what you need to fill. Different forms for different divisions. So one division at a time: general nursing, general midwifery. So that division is the division you are applying for at that point in time. That's what you are applying for. And I would really want to let you know as well, like, the qualification form should be uploaded. It shouldn't be posted. It shouldn't be posted if you send in your transcript or syllabus by post, because some schools, they don't give it to applicants by hand. So what they do, they ask you to pay for courier, and they send it by post. Make sure it's an express post, and make sure you have tracking details to actually know if your document got to the right place and at the right time, and it was received by the right department, so it's not misplaced or it's not lost in transit. So at the same time, about the forms, some degree holders, some degree nurses, because they did BSc straight away in the first 2 years, they did general nursing, they sat for a nursing exam, and they got their RN qualification. And before they completed the 5-year degree program, they were made to do the midwifery, and they sat for RN and got their RN qualifications again. In that case, you only need one qualification. In that case, you need one transcript of training and one syllabus. One transcript, one syllabus, and one qualification form, because all of them is going to be filled in the same school, and it's the same program at different times. You did your RM, you just sat for the licensing exam, so you did everything together. So you only need one at a time to do that. Then also, I want to say that some people asked me this question, because some are saying, is it necessary to have syllabus as well as transcript as well? I would say, to prevent any delays in your application with the NMBI, it's better to have your syllabus of training and your transcript of training as well. Some people said on the groups and on the Telegram platform that for those in Nigeria, you can write a letter to NMCN. You can purchase a syllabus from NMCN, provided you have a letter from your school of training requesting for the syllabus to be released to you. And some schools also have the syllabus in simplified forms, and they will just sign it for you, and they'll sign it for you and stamp. Only one stamp or one signature is enough on the front page, or on the second to the front to the cover page. That's enough. So know for sure, the qualification form is not to be notarized. If the name on your qualification form is different from the name you are using to apply to register for NMBI, then you definitely need a proof of change of name, which is a sworn affidavit. A sworn affidavit is not to be notarized as well. A sworn affidavit is not to be notarized as well. So this qualification form should be stamped, it should be signed, it should be dated by the same person of authority that is signing and dating your transcript of training. I hope that is very, very explanatory. And that's it, and see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope this has helped to answer a lot of questions regarding the NMBI qualification form. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.